In this tutorial, I want to talk more about what you can do with AniBits. So I've already deleted the previous animation that we were working with, or the AniBits, and I'm going to come in here and show you, here's the ecology and environment, and you'll see that it comes with animations, AniBits, and the whole SVG. Now, when you're working with the actual animations, you want to go ahead and work with the AniBits, at least if you're working with Easy Animator. It's just faster and easier. Now, you can import the whole SVG files if you want, and you can import them as a whole and animate them as a whole if you prefer. I've mainly provided these SVG files in case you wanted to restructure the AniBits however you want. So let's say, for instance, that we didn't create these with the wheels separate and you wanted that. Well, you could go ahead and create that, and I'll show you how to do that in another tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and remove this and come back over here. Excuse me while I clear my throat. I'll come back over here. You see all these different folders, and each one will have these individual SVG files. I can select all and go ahead and import those. And if I want to, I can reorganize these to have, you know, like the butterfly's body in front of the wings like that. And then from here, I can go ahead and try to select either a preset, or if I want to, I can go ahead and choose each image manually and animate it. I like to start with presets because I can get everything at least started. So I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to try a couple. So I'll apply this, and that really doesn't make sense for a butterfly. This one doesn't either. So I can come down and see if they make sense or not. And I might find one that's pretty close. Like this one isn't too bad. What I can do now is I can go here and I can look and see what's going on by clicking on the presets and coming here to the pause tab and looking at the different pieces. And so I can see that this one is ring, that one's twist, and that one's ring. So it looks like all of them, if I went ahead and I changed the twist to ring, it might go match better, and it sort of does. That's one way I could go about it. Or I could try to get the wings to be reversed, and there we go. I get a flapping kind of motion. Now if I see if I can get that body to, I don't know, do something else, let me make sure, there we go. And so you can see I might even do this where I have none and I just flap the wings. And so that's the sort of thing that you can do to come up with your own animation. Now, if you don't want to have the in and out animations, you can easily come down here to these shortcuts and turn them off. So I can come here to the in tab and turn all off, and I can come to the out tab and turn all off. And now I just have that center animation. And it's going to take a second for it to catch up, but now it's going to go ahead and catch up. And you can see that it just does this loop. Now it does the kind of, it disappears for a second, but when you actually export it, it's not going to do that. One other thing that I can do is, as a shortcut down here, I can do all pause none, where I don't have anything in the middle and I only have an in animation, a static, and an out. And you might do that if you're doing like a presentation or something like that and you want the pieces to animate in, but otherwise stay still. You'd particularly want to do that if you were going to have something with text on it, so they'd have an ability to read it. Finally, I want to point out the randomize feature down here, which you can use to just come up with some really funky stuff. And you can really kind of get an idea of all the crazy options you potentially have here if you use this option. There's also the underlay animations here, and that's something that you can do, and it's going to be underneath the animation. And if you want those to kind of be able to be seen, sometimes you do need to size these down. We are going to work on getting these to be sizable as well. And of course, you don't want that, I don't know, the bug is not going to probably be sawing. But this is something that you can do. You can also combine these and create a more combined effect. And so that's pretty cool. And finally, you can come in and color them if you prefer as well. So there's a lot of different options here. You can go crazy. But typically, you're going to probably want to come in, import them, select a preset or two, and then maybe fine tune it, and then be able to start getting to where you're publishing to the SWF, MOV, or GIF format. I do want to note that the MOV and the GIF formats take a little longer to publish, particularly the bigger this file size for GIF, the longer it's going to take to publish.